And now, broadcasting from the Ginger and Baker Studio in the heart of the Music District in beautiful Old Town Fort Collins, it's Live at Lunch on KRFC 88.9 FM, streaming at krfcfm.org. Today's musical guests will be performing at the Swing Station June 22nd, Lace Collars and all. I'm your host, Denny LaRue. For Live at Lunch, here's Ruthless Ginsburg.
Difficult, you got so much to lose. You're the smartest one you know. Everybody sits below. You must be hard in your shoes. Ready, put down, sleep me tired. You called me every awful thing, from a deadbeat to a liar. But did you know you're just one voice swallowed by the crowd? You don't take time to be right. You just make noise to be loud. Back in 97, goddamn, has it been that long? You're drunk in your deception. Have you even duped yourself? Seems you're only happy when you're drowning everybody else. Oh, how does it feel to live in your delusion? Atop your tower so tall, such a long way up. When you fall, it's gonna sting when you I bet it's gonna sting when you fall. It's gonna sting when shout. Pull my clothes, closed door. I've done all this stuff before. I don't care what's best for me. Chips in bed, chips in bed.
Sometimes living is just so hard. There's so much fun. I want to take part. Let me stay a little longer. I promise I'll be good.
Chips in Bed with Ruthless Ginsburg. Was that a pandemic song?
Yeah, maybe.
It technically was.
Yeah, it was inspired by my niece, who did not want to take her nap, and suggested that perhaps she could have chips in bed.
And I think a lot of us probably have had those days in our lives, right? Today, just staying in.
A lot of people resonate with it. I have never wanted to actually have chips in bed.
Okay.
It sounds crunchy.
Yeah.
We're talking with Ruthless Ginsburg here at Live at Lunch, and you know, we're going to unpack your tagline first, and then I'm going to introduce the band. So the tagline is, "Not all heroes wear capes, some wear black robes and lace collars." A nod to RBG, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, no doubt. Who wants to unpack that tagline for me?
Well, you know, I wrote it.
Why?
Why? Well, because it sounded good. You know, you got to have.
Were you inspired?
Well, Mary was the inspiration. She came up with the band name Ruthless Ginsburg in a dream.
Okay.
And, you know, it's a good theme to run with.
Yeah.
I think with the timing too, we got together late 2021, and you know, everybody was. It was the middle of the pandemic, and we were all a little frustrated and you know, pent up, and there was a lot going on between you know, the racial problems we were having here, and RBG, we lost her in late 2020.
Yep.
And you know, there was just a lot of frustration. So I think like a punk band seemed like the right place to put that, the right direction to go. When Mary suggested it as a name, it was really perfect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometimes things just exist already, and like you're a vehicle, you know.
Yeah.
And so, like, I woke up one day and I was like, oh my gosh, that would be funny. We were trying to think of a name, and Jesse had another name, the Gruntles. And I was like, I like that too, because it's not disgruntled, it's gruntled. And we were kind of making a joke about it, and then I said, oh, I had a dream the other night that we were called Ruthless Ginsburg, and everybody was like,
Yeah.
that's it. And then it sparked like the collars, sometimes people, you know, sometimes heroes don't wear capes, they wear, you know, black robes and lace collars.
Yeah.
It just kind of became part of our brand. And when somebody asks me like, what kind of music do you do? I just say justice music.
Yeah, because we care about social justice and stuff.
We do.
And
Yeah.
stuff.
And stuff.
Thanks to the universe for that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I appreciate it every day.
Well, let's start with you, Mary Merritt,
Yes.
and you, Blay.
I play mandolin.
Yeah.
Yep, that's my heart
And you
instrument.
sing,
Yes.
and you write.
yes.
right?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
can't believe I do all that. When you say it, it's like, whoa, I do that. Yeah. I write some of the songs. I have a couple of originals on the list today, and been playing mandolin for about 13 years now.
Okay. Did you ever play another instrument?
I play a little bit of guitar, and then I play like a little bit of percussion, mostly hand drumming, but that was where I got my start in music, was percussion.
Okay.
Yeah.
And are you somebody who writes songs all the time, or they just come to you in dreams, like the name?
Come to there. I'm definitely like a has to hit me kind of person. I am trying to get more of a creative process going, so I don't have to wait till that inspiration hits, and I can, kind of control when that happens. But yeah, I'm definitely one of those people that's like, oh, I woke up with an idea and I write it in 5 minutes, and those are usually my best songs. So trying to figure out a way to put out some better songs so that it's like more planned and maybe a little bit more of a process behind it.
Okay, thanks. And Chrissy Pelley, drums, obviously.
Yeah. Hey, Denny.
And hi. And you're also, you volunteered before on Live at Lunch Tech with KRFC.
Yep.
Which is great. I notice you sing too.
I do sing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I take some leads so far just on cover songs, which we are not doing today. So save those for our live shows. Should anyone want to check us out sometime, it's a good time. And being a drummer who sings is a little unique. Being a female drummer is a little unique.
Yep.
I'm in the process of very, very slowly writing an original song that the team is helping me put the melodic pieces to, because that's my struggle as a drummer with songwriting is I've got the rhythm, I can write the words, and then the melodies are what are hard for me. So we're piecing that together.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So how long have you been playing drums? Always?
Wow.
or-
Yeah, pretty much since I was 11, so almost 30 years.
Yeah. Did you play other instruments?
I mean, I've dabbled in other percussion. I was in concert band in middle school and high school. I did marching band and drumline in high school through college. I did some time with the Blue Knights drum corps, just the winter ensemble. So I did play some like marimba and vibraphone and different stuff like that. So I was actually fairly new to the drum set. I picked it up when I came to Fort Collins, and it was about 2010, I think. Someone needed to sell their drum set for rent money on Craigslist. So I was like, I will help you pay your rent. And had a garage, started playing the drums.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do your family like it?
They do, yeah. My mom's a huge supporter. My mom comes to as many of our shows as she can.
When you were growing up, when you were first starting?
Yeah, they always were, actually.
Oh, good.
They always were.
That's good.
Even when I came home and said I wanted to play the drums, they were like, okay, we'll get you some drum stuff. Yeah.
Oh, right. It's in your blood.
Very musical family.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we'll get into that a little bit more. Thank you. And we'll move on to Jesse Epstein here for a second on bass guitar, and also sings and also writes some songs.
Yeah.
Like Chips in Bed.
For instance.
Right. And a shout out to your dad, Lenny Epstein, who was an early programmer at KRFC Folk Show, just at the very beginning, the whole time and before, and really a wonderful human being. So shout out to Lenny Epstein.
Hi,
Dad. To your dad. Well, tell us about your playing, your bass. How long have you been playing bass?
I started in right before junior high, so just after 6th grade. And I started on the big bass, acoustic bass. Played that for probably a year before someone bought me an electric bass. And it was, I think I was probably 13 or 14 when I got this bass. So this one's been with me the longest. And I played in the band and orchestra in schools and sang in the choir and stuff like that. And I played, I guess we put my first non-school sponsored band together in junior high as well. We were called Vexel. Looking up cool words in the dictionary. So yeah.
Okay.
Been doing it ever since. It's, I'll tell you a quick story. I just drove my son and myself to Austin, Texas to watch the eclipse. And so there was a lot of time in the car. And I shared with him sort of my story, my life story, as it came to me. And I realized how important music has been to me, and it never had struck me before how many times it was music that was sort of there at a pivotal moment when my life took a turn for always the better. So it's pretty profound to think about.
That's a great reminder. If we all look back, we probably could find moments early in our lives that music was just. So thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay. And on to T. Brodzinski. How are you?
I'm great, Danny.
All right. And acoustic guitar, has that always been your instrument?
For the most part, yeah. I really wanted to learn guitar when I was pretty young, probably first or second grade. I had an aunt who gave me an old guitar, and then my parents bought me one of those, kid-size ones, and took a few lessons. And then I really picked it up later, probably around college.
Yeah.
I wanted to, sit in my dorm room and play Bob Dylan songs.
Yeah.
And so I kind of leaned in at that point. There was a time earlier in my life, like I played trumpet in school. The way my family worked was whatever instrument my dad could find for free or cheap at a garage sale, that was what you got. So I got the trumpet. And that was fun, but this one gives me more of a voice.
Okay, and you do a lot of vocals too.
I do,
obviously.
yeah, and songwriting has really been a journey and really, really fun for me, exploring some different ideas and different parts of myself. I've probably been writing songs about 10 years, and that's kind of that might be my favorite part of music right now, is writing.
And speaking of writing, I want to say that we talked a little bit about Chips and Bad, and High Horse, the first song in that set, was one that you wrote.
Yes.
And was that about a particular person or incident?
It might have been about a particular person, but I might get in trouble if I say who.
You'll keep that private.
But everybody's got that person in their friend group or their family that is always kind of talking down to you or thinks they already have all the answers.
No, yeah, we get that. Okay. And musical families, it sounds like a lot of you had music in your families. I know Chrissy.
So I can say I know music whatsoever.
No music?
The only music that I had access to when I was a child was my dad's German, or who was German, and he used to play polka music to try to get us out of the house. And I was a absorber and an observer of music for like a long time before I decided to pick up an instrument. So I didn't even start till I was in my 30s. And I'm not going to speak for Jesse, but I think he feels the same way as like Teresa has really gotten us into songwriting, and Teresa's the reason I play music. Like she moved across the street from me and saw that I had like a dusty mandolin sitting in the corner, and she was like, "Why aren't you playing that?" And I was like, "I don't know." And so like her moving across the street is like the reason that I'm playing music, which thank you, Teresa.
Oh, well.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
I want to
phenomenal.
pick up on
works
that.
out.
Sorry, Denny, but like this band was T's idea, and I had never written a song before, and T was like, "Why don't you bring some of your songs, Jesse?" I'm like, "Well, I don't have any," and so it's really cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow.
This has been really, really fun.
The inspiration here. Okay, we're going to hear some more music. You've been together since since 21, right?
Since like December of 21, I think.
Yeah. Okay. So let's just get on to the next two songs. People want to hear some songs from you. What do you have up for us?
So the next song is called Heart of the Revolution, and it was a song that was written for Open Stage Theater for a play that they were doing called The Revolutionists.
That was fantastic.
It was
by the
really
way.
good.
It was.
They told us they were going to do like kind of a female, like punk kind of vibe for the play.
Yeah.
And so this is a co-write between Teresa, myself, and then our friend Sasha helped a little bit with it too. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen up, all the right people. This pile of ribbons is getting real. What's this fair? Can our words protect against the blasting of the trumpets closing in, drawing near?
don't want anyone to see. I always knew that you were hiding something dark from me. Well, late at night, I reach across the bed and you're not there. I flip the lights, I walk the house, but you aren't anywhere. Could I be with a killer? He's got a crooked kind of smile. Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh-oh, but could I be with a killer? Because danger drives me wild, well, wild, yeah. You always seem to have enough cash money. I don't know where you're working, I don't know your family. Well, you don't have any friends, you just keep to yourself. And when I ask about your past, you keep it all on the shelf. Could I be with a killer? He's got a crooked kind of smile. Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh-oh, but could I be with a killer? Because danger drives me wild, well, wild, yeah. I followed you out on your hunt the other night. Thought I was careful, stayed out of your sight. Well, I was wrong, you saw me as I watched you work. You were mad, now I'm dead and I'm rotten in the dirt. I guess I was with a killer. He had a crooked kind of smile. Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh-oh, I guess I was with a killer. And he murdered me with style, yeah. Uh-oh, I guess I was with a killer. He had a crooked kind of smile. Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh-oh, I guess I was with a killer. And he murdered me with style, yeah.
Ruthless Ginsburg on KRFC's Live at Lunch. Be sure to check out our YouTube channel, KRFC RadioVision. You can watch this show along with other Live at Lunches. It's free, you can subscribe, and when you do, it helps us promote Northern Colorado artists. So it's our YouTube channel, KRFC RadioVision. So Mary, I bet you wrote that song, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay. I could tell there was like ownership there.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell us about it.
Yeah, so I used to be into that show Dexter a lot, and I decided to I remember thinking like how weird it would be to like even the possibility of dating a serial killer. And because there's a character in there that's like really, really awesome, and she just doesn't know she's with this guy that's like totally murdering people. And so, yeah, I was inspired by that show. I decided to write a song about a woman who's, she thinks that she might be dating a serial killer.
Oh, how.
And then at the end, she finds out she is.
Well, it's really everyday problems. I mean, I think most of us can
And
relate
everybody
to
can
that,
relate.
You just never know who you're with sometimes.
Right. Well, and that one, that's a really unique story. And then the other one, Revolution, Heart of the Revolution, was commissioned from Open Stage.
Yep.
Yeah, which it was a great production.
Yes.
So you guys are busy. So what are you doing in addition to playing in Ruthless Ginsburg? Want to start anywhere? How about you, T?
So Mary and I are actually also in another band together called Lois and the Lantern.
Oh, right, yeah.
And we've been together in one form or another since 2013 or so. We just brought a fiddle player into that band, so this year's been pretty fun so far. I do some solo stuff too.
Yeah.
Trying to just keep writing and getting songs out into the world.
I'm also working on a solo EP.
Okay.
But like Teresa said, I'm in Lois and the Lantern, and then as far as just any kind of collaborations that we can get our hands on, it's really, if somebody's like, hey, I need a song for this play or whatever, we're so always up for that, because it's just really fun to look through the script and find those little those little lyrical gems, and that's just become something that I really like. Yeah.
I'll tell you, collaborations everywhere in northern Colorado.
Yeah,
it's just
it's
happening
wonderful.
everywhere. How about you, Chrissy?
Musically, Ruthless is my only band right now. I fill my cup musically in other ways, like volunteering here at KRFC. I love the show that's put on here with Live at Lunch. It's a really cool production. There's awesome bands that come through. I love meeting other bands, and especially local bands, and kind of schmoozing in that way is fun. I also wanted to learn about sound production and how to run a soundboard, so that was my original inspiration. I was in a previous band called Crispy Watkins and the Crack Willows. Crispy still makes very good music. He's very talented, still in this region. And Denny's been a great supporter of Crispy too. And it turned out that no one in the band really knew how to run sound. And when you're doing small gigs like we do around town, you're often running your own sound, which Mary thankfully does for us mostly. But someone in the band needed to know sound, so that's how I started volunteering here.
And when you're not doing music, you're taking care of animals?
I do, yeah. I'm an emergency veterinarian, so yeah, I work at a 24/7 hospital, which means my schedule is a little unusual, but I do have quite a bit of time for music. Music helps keep me balanced because it's a tough job sometimes, but also very rewarding, and I would say all of us are pet people, animal people to a degree. Yep. He has a pet sitting business, and you might want to talk a little bit about the event you're having later this summer. In support of animals.
Yeah, we have a great event planned in support of Until They're Home. That's a local nonprofit animal rescue. They try to really fill this gap that exists in the shelter world. Some dogs and cats don't do well in a shelter environment, and they fall through the cracks, and they're really there for somebody gets in an accident and they're in the hospital, and their animals need to go somewhere, and we try to keep those animals out of the shelter by putting them into a foster home instead. So that's a little bit about Until They're Home, but we're doing a fundraiser in September. There will be 7 local musicians performing a songwriter in the round style in a backyard, and there's some pretty big names. I don't know if I'm allowed to drop names yet,
but more information to come on
more
that.
information to come. It's called Sounds for Hounds.
Okay.
So keep an eye out for Sounds for Hounds. Yes.
Okay.
Jesse, we didn't hear about you.
Oh.
Yeah, I was going to say, Jesse, what's your story?
I have another band. It's a trio. We're called Weird Grass, and we play eclectic foot-stomping weird grass. It's with Jill Vesti and Jeremiah Jackson. We used to have a 4th member, Mike Moxie, but he was the greatest banjo player I've ever met. And,
wow.
So yeah, that's a lot of fun. That band doesn't rehearse. We're just good times, and we've been together for like 10 or so years.
Wow, it's impressive. It surely is. Last question, then we're going to get back to some music, continue. And Chrissy, I'm going to go with you. Did you learn the soundboard?
I did, yeah.
Oh, good.
I can run the soundboard.
Yes.
I'm often behind the scenes, and I like to joke that I have a face for TV, but a voice for the shower. So it's nice that the RadioVision has come to life, where you can check these videos out on YouTube. I don't know what the original question was, but I'm going to plug our website, which I built myself. Mary is actually a website builder designer, and she gave me access and was like, go nuts. So ruthlessginsburg.com is where people can find photos of us and our calendar. You mentioned our Swing Station show, June 22nd, with our friends the Vagabonds, who are a local band opening for us. And then we'll be playing Steamboat Ski Resort at the top of Thunderhead Gondola on August 1st, is a Thursday, for their Sunset Happy Hour. So looking forward to that. And people can find our website.
And the website has a great picture of a drawing of RBG with headphones on.
It is, yeah.
Right,
we
so.
can thank AI for that, of all things. So
interesting.
Pretty cool what AI does. It's a bane and a boon.
Okay, well let's continue with some music. What are we going to hear next?
This next one is called Taking Selfies, and this is sort of my take on the interference that social media tends to play in our lives, and kind of what's real, and the amount of stress it causes for some people. So that's that. All right. Too much information in my head might just explode. Someone feed me Xanax, 'cause my brain's on overload. It's all think this, say that. Think this, say that. Think this, say that. Look at her now, she's a star, taking selfies in her car. Don't you wanna be just like her? To this list, it's all so shiny, don't resist. Surely you could be just like her. Just like her. You're wasting your time. You're just wasting your time. City lights burn so bright, can't see the constellations. Neon signs, corporate tools of mass manipulation. They're all buy this, do that. Buy this, do that. Buy this, do that. Look at him now, he's a star, taking selfies in his car. Don't you wanna be just like him? Sell your soul for fancy spits, soon you could have all of it. Surely you could be just like him. Just like him. You're wasting your time. You're just wasting your time.
the streamers. Now we're so materialistic with our eyes glued to the streamers. They're all watch this, try that. Watch this, try that. Watch this, try that. Look at me now, I'm a star, taking selfies in my car. Don't you wanna be just like me? Log in here, just sign up. There's too much, but it's not enough. Surely you can be just like me. Just like me. You're wasting your time. You're just wasting your time. Think this, say that. You're just wasting your time. 5 years till that. You're just wasting your time. Watch this, try that. You're just wasting your time. Going back to the town where we grew up together. You're still there, just doing all the same stuff you were. When we were kids, we would dream of better places. But now I'm back and I'm seeing the same old faces at the one bar where the losers used to hang out. Well, now you're one of them. I see your head bobbing up and down. When we were young, we would run through this bar and poke fun at all the drunks for being stuck in this so dirty state town. I left this place so long ago, lived a lifetime without you, and it seems that you have gotten comfy. When I said let's go town right now, you told me to slow down. You said your feet were feeling heavy. Your whole life is laid right out in front of you now. You don't like surprise. You can't handle what you don't know. It's not the question, it's the answer that seems to throw you off. Now you don't question anything, the answers are all too hard. I left this place so long ago, lived a lifetime without you, and it seems that you have gotten comfy. When I said let's go town right now, you told me to slow down. You said your feet were feeling heavy. It's time to go. I won't even ask you this time. You'll just say no. Your feet are heavily planted here. To each their own. This is your home. This is where I will leave you. Just don't forget to think about when you were young and playful. I left this place so long ago, lived a lifetime without you, and it seems that you have gotten complete. When I said let's go town right now, you told me to slow down. You said your feet were feeling heavy, heavy, heavy.
Heavy-footed on KRFC from Ruthless Ginsburg. That's a great example of the genre of your band, acoustic punk band,
Yes.
right? So how did you decide that?
So I kind of had this vision for a band. Like I said, it was 2021. That whole thing about just wanting to rage a little bit, you know, and voice some frustrations and concerns. So there was that part of it. Also, I had played with Jesse 1, 2, 3 times maybe back 7 or 8 years ago. I got the chance to sit in for Jill Vesti a couple times with Weird Grass, and I just really like the way he plays upright bass. So that seemed like a natural fit with this kind of style. Mary's a huge punk fan. Definitely knows more of the hidden gems in the punk world than I do. So it felt like a natural progression. Let's all rage a little bit. Jesse knew Chrissy from playing together in Crispy Watkins, so all the connections were made. Folk punk kind of seemed like the answer.
Yeah, different kind of punk, right? So you've been doing this for a little while. Is it the right path? I mean, you really enjoying it, Chrissy?
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, Jesse kind of cold called me, and he was like, hey, do you want to play in this acoustic punk project? And here's our song list. And I was like, I've never played punk music before. It sounds really fast. So I played around with the song list that he had given me, just covers to start with. And we jammed together actually at the Music District one night. And I think we all kind of fell in love a little bit. And we just have a really good time together. I mean, it's sort of a working band, but not really. We're pretty low-key. I mean, we've all got full-time jobs as non-musicians, but I think we're all very passionate about music, and we have a good time. There's a lot of good basement times at my house practicing, and yeah, Jesse brings the energy. He was super fun to play with in the Crispy Watkins project. I remember playing a house concert, and it was just like the rhythm section, like rocking out as much as you can to like a folk band. And I felt like we just kind of connected from that point. So, The rest is history.
We mentioned earlier, thanks, Chrissy, and we mentioned earlier, High Horse just got dropped last May. And you're going to be dropping new music all through June, it sounds like, right?
Yeah, so we have several songs available now for pre-save on all your streaming platforms and whatnot. And
Apple Tunes?
You will, all those things. And
everywhere that people get
everywhere
music,
that you
right?
get music, yep. So you should be able to go on there and pre-save it, or I'm sorry, check if you want to find our music, You could save things. You could
or not.
Yeah.
Do what you want. It's punk.
Look around and
Who
see
cares?
what's out there.
And of course, that sparkling new website, ruthlessginsburg.com, for more information. And then you have the show coming up June 22nd at Swing Station in LaPorte and August 1st in Steamboat.
Yep.
So that's great. And you did play Foco MX this last spring. Which was great. You played at the Lyric.
We did, yeah. This was our third Foco MX. So our first band goal when we got together was to play Foco MX in 2022. And the Fort Collins music gods smiled down upon us, and we were given a spot. And
that was our first
so now
live
we just
gig.
make more goals.
Yeah. Lots of goals. That was our first live gig as a band.
It was.
Foco MX.
At that point, we thought it might be our only gig.
Yeah.
We're like, maybe this is just a one-time thing, but
Word's getting out.
it's just really fun, so you can't stop us.
It's all about fun. Maybe we're not like the cleanest band in the world, but we are having the most fun.
Well, and you mentioned justice, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Social justice
Yeah.
in honor of our namesake.
Yeah.
Yep.
We might be the cleanest band in the world.
We're clean today. We did have to censor some songs, so should you want to hear uncensored versions, stream our songs if
There
you
you
would
go.
like to in the future, near future.
Yeah, we gotta look at that. So we do have time for a few more songs. We have about 10 minutes left. I want to mention a couple things, though. I always say this, it takes a village. And, of course, thanking you guys, Mary, T, Jesse, Chrissy. But our audio team, which is Greg Douras and Colton Boening. Yeah, and Reed Goodwin is both on audio and video today. And, of course, on video, Dan Perez and Eric Delano. So,
Yay.
yes,
Yeah,
that
thank
really
you
makes
all.
a huge difference. I am Denny LaRue, as Live at Lunch host today, and thanks for joining us. So we've got a couple things left, and that's mostly playing your songs that you have left in this set. You've got 3 songs coming up, and one of them I want to mention, I Dissent, is your last song. Now, you wrote this.
I did, yes.
Yeah, and you submitted it to NPR's Tiny Desk contest.
Oh, we did, yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, that must have been fun.
Again, just another way to try to get ears on our music and on that song in particular. This was the first song that I wrote for this band. Of course, with the RBG influence, right? It just seemed like the first one to get out there, and we learned it. And
Well, it's your anthem, right?
It is kind of our anthem.
Yeah.
That's true
It's a good one
story.
to sing along with.
So you've got 3 songs. Tell us about the 3 songs that are coming up, and then we'll let you go into them. And we will thank everyone for joining us for Live at Lunch today. Absolutely. Go to RadioVision. It's our YouTube channel. We can say that. And you can check out this show if you just came in partway through. Check it out and all kinds of other shows on our YouTube channel, KRFC RadioVision. Thank you.
Thank you, Denny.
Yeah. So about the 3 songs.
Yeah, I guess we're, yeah.
So the next one we're doing is called Big Ol Squirrel. And, I love Billie Eilish because she always says, a song doesn't have to be good, it just has to be fun. And so I was really stuck, and I wasn't writing any songs. And I saw this, huge old squirrel in my yard, and I was like, that's a big old squirrel. And then it started, looking at me, and, so I just decided to write a song about it and keep it really simple.
Okay, and sandwiched in between I Dissent and Big Ol Squirrel is Henrietta?
Yeah, that's a song that I wrote about my cat, Henrietta. And it's got a chorus you can sing along to as well.
Okay.
Chrissy suggested it might not be punk rock, but perhaps prog rock, so y'all can judge for yourselves.
Okay.
Nobody puts Ruthless in a box.
That's right. But Henrietta likes to get in boxes.
Yeah, cats love boxes. That's true.
This is true. It is true. All right. Here we go.
Big old squirrel, big old squirrel, big old squirrel, big old squirrel. You've been on this earth so long, your first turned to dirt, dust and straw. Broken claws and some busted teeth, well, your face tells a story while you're looking at me. Big old squirrel, big old squirrel, big old squirrel, big old squirrel.
Big old squirrel.
Big old squirrel.
Big old squirrel. Big old squirrel.
Big old squirrel. Matted fur and a cloudy eye, a double wide middle and a crooked smile. Skin and bark off all the trees and causing all kinds of squirrel trouble for me. Big old squirrel.
Big old squirrel. Big old squirrel.
Big old squirrel.
Big old squirrel. Big old squirrel.
Big old squirrel. Big old squirrel. Everybody's got this inside voice that tells us what's safe and what's dangerous. Now I know I should be scared, 'cause you're 2 steps away from me and you don't care. Big old squirrel.
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 Big old squirrel. Born in 2004, right outside that mudroom door. He went away for a little while, but he came back to us in squirrel style. Big old squirrel.
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 Squirrel.
That's a real nice vase up on the shelf. Think I'll jump up there and take a look for myself. Push it with my paw, yeah, give it a poke. Oh no, meow, it fell and it broke, yeah. It's the middle of the night, you're fast asleep. Into your bedroom I will creep. My foot on your chest, my butt in your face. I'm the queen of this jungle, gonna put you in your place, yeah. Poop on the rug, poop on the rug. I'm the queen of this jungle, gonna put you in your place, yeah. Poop on the rug, poop on the rug. My name is Henrietta, gonna poop on the rug. Listen at your friends, making a scene. I look so cute, but I act so mean. Coughing up hairballs, breaking your stuff. I'm the queen of this jungle, I sing all night, yeah. Poop on the rug, poop on the rug. I'm like Taylor Swift, I'm gonna sing all night, yeah. Poop on the rug, poop on the rug. I'm a cat, gonna poop on the rug. Meow. Poop on the rug. 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 Scratching at the door like I want to go out. You open it up, now I'm having my doubts. A minute later, it's me again. Meow, open up, I wanna come in. I said, poop on the rug, poop on the rug. Meow, open up, I wanna come in, yeah. Poop on the rug, poop on the rug. My name is Henrietta, gonna poop on the rug. Poop on the rug, poop on the rug. I'm a living God, gonna poop on the rug, yeah. Poop on the rug, poop on the rug. Come on, everybody, let's poop on the rug.
I do not think you have to question whether that's a punk tune at all.
I can't
Not at all. So we're getting ready for I Dissent, the last song of the set.
Because it's really kind of cold in here, I thought
Yeah.
maybe we'd...
Yeah, I'm cold.
Wait,
You can tell by the
look
glisten
shiny
on
and
your
cold.
face.
that's frost for me.
So as a little tribute to our namesake, we're gonna do this thing in costume, I think.
Thank you to the other members of this band for being willing to go along with these shenanigans.
You should see all the outfit changes that happen at live shows. Jesse is quite the costume
He is,
maker.
He's known for this.
So
There's a, yeah, that'll get you down there.
we got one more. Our last one by T.
Yeah, so this is I Dissent, like
The
you said. This
anthem.
is kind of our anthem, yeah.
Okay.
We don't need zippers.
Yeah, she got it.
Nice
Now
colors,
she looks
too.
official. She's ready
Great
for court.
colors.
I have jury duty.
That's true.
Testify. Approach the bench.
Oh, and I put this in here.
Ruthless Ginsburg.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You made the rules for far too long. The game is rigged, but you act like nothing's wrong. Now your time must end, and there's no one to defend. digest. You disregard the cries of the oppressed. Your pardons and decrees fuel the fire of malcontent. You force feed your opinion, but I dissent. I dissent. I dissent. I dissent. Your pedestal is really just a cage, tearing down the walls, setting up the stage. We're heavily object to the privilege you protect with your shameless sexist schemes. The judgments we cannot digest. You disregard the cries of the oppressed. Your pardons and decrees fuel a fire of malcontent. You force feed your opinion, but I dissent. I dissent. I dissent. I dissent. The argument you made is truthless. The time has come to be ruthless. Ruthless. We serve up judgments we cannot digest. You disregard the cries of the oppressed. Pardons and decrees fuel the fire of malcontent. You force feed your opinion, but I dissent. I dissent. I dissent. I dissent.
Thank you for listening to Live at Lunch, and thank you to the Music District here in the heart of Fort Collins, Colorado. Live at Lunch is produced by KRFC 88.9 FM in the Ginger and Baker studio. If you'd like to appear on Live at Lunch, email our music director, David Vacek, at david@krfcfm.org.